Very cool concept truck here. Again, the Spartan R XO, which is crossover. This has unlimited parallel performance and maneuverability that is unprecedented that we've seen in wildland trucks in the States today. A lot of good things about this truck. We're going to talk about safety, performance, and the ability of this truck that is unprecedented in what we've seen. Just to start for a couple things, we're going to look at the partnership between Spartan and Renault on the chassis side. Very roomy, spacious cab, has up to a 6-man configuration, so it's got all the room that our firefighters need in the industry today, as well as the safety that is unprecedented in this style of truck. When we first look at the front end of this truck, we've got underbody spray systems that will lay down a foam blanket in front of that truck, and also one system at the rear to help put out any of those fires that are in the driving path of this unit. You'll also notice that at the top of the truck itself, around the exterior perimeter, it also has a spray system that will help protect that cab with the firefighters, any surrounding flames that may try to engulf that truck. On the interior of this truck itself, there's also an air system in there for each one of those personnel in that truck to be able to connect to an emergency system to be able to breathe efficiently in this apparatus. Okay? Now when we look at the rest of this chassis and the height of this unit, you'll notice the very steep departure and approach angles. 35 plus degrees of approach and departure angles, which is tremendous, especially in wildland, forest fire type applications. If you were to look underneath this unit, we also have 17 inches of ground clearance. You can easily go over stumps, trees, anything like that. The lowest point is your pumpkin, 17 inches is unprecedented. As well as when looking at the height of this chassis, this truck will easily go to 34 inches of water in the standard configuration. Much deeper, multiple feet, up to 5 foot in an upfit package for very deep water situations can be installed on this unit. Okay? Now the other thing too, when we look at this unit and we step around back, we start to look at the body section and configuration of this truck. This is a Guy-Max body. It's an all aluminum extrusion construction, all bolt together. There's no welding in this truck whatsoever. And what that does for us, it helps leads to a very versatile truck from a body design standpoint where it can be built to meet each one of these department needs. Also, in a few years, when each one of those department needs changes, that interior section can be changed very easily because of all that bolt together section. Okay, very strong, durable, lightweight structure, which allows you to not only have a very versatile truck, but allows you to put more equipment, water, things like that on this unit. Okay, you step to the middle section. This is where the water tank section is. Okay, this truck itself has 400 gallons of water with a dedicated 80 gallons reserve water for the spray protection system, as well as 25 gallons of foam for the calf system on this unit. This is a poly tank. It's located in the center of the truck, which gives the best weight and balance performance on the rear axle. As well as you'll see that the bodies are actually separated from each other, which gives that flexibility of the truck, and you can see in very steep torsional applications. If you look at the chassis itself, and we've got it in an extreme twisted situation, the body itself is pretty well parallel to the ground, and why that is because the subframe mounting system is a 3-point system. It actually has a pin at one of the points, which allows this body to rotate independently of the chassis, thereby not inducing stresses into these modules and thus increasing the longevity of this truck throughout the years. Okay? Now the last thing is you step around back to the back section of this truck, and this is the pump area. Okay? This is its own module. Again, acts and floats independently of the suspension frame rails themselves. This truck has a 500 GPM water pump on the back. It is a rear mount configuration. Step from a gearbox off the transfer case. It does have a 130 CFM one-touch calf system on it for those extended needs, especially in wildfire applications. And also has a couple different booster line reel locations, one on each side of the truck for that fireman to easily deploy in those situations. Now looking at the back of this truck, we also have multiple locations of connecting fire hose lines. Okay? So not only do you have the reels, you've got multiple sections to connect those hand lines, as well as, just like we talked about in the cab, another safety feature is there's an emergency air connection at the back of this truck, also so for the operator to be able to connect his mask and be able to breathe effectively at the rear of the truck. Okay? Very good access to the top of the truck. Again, I really want to point out how the body is situated in accordance to the chassis frame rails themselves. This truck has very unprecedented maneuverability and performance that is not seen in the industry today.